Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Peter and you're watching Thailand Bound. Okay, so today's video I'm going to be reading out another relationship story. This is a great story. It was sent to me by a guy called Mark. He lives in America and he's been traveling all over Southeast Asia for a number of years, and he gives some really good advice in this story before he gets into the actual relationship.
สวัสดีค่ะ
So before I get into this story, I want to give a shout out to another YouTuber. He's got a great channel. His name's Ed Sweeney, and I have given him a shout out before. The reason I'm giving him another shout out is because he says hello to me when he's doing his live streams. He gives me a shout out. If you haven't seen Ed, his YouTube channel is just simply called Edward Sweeney. And as he can't get back into Thailand at the moment, he's not making too many videos, but he does a regular live stream. I watched it last, I think it was Wednesday night. He puts out his live stream on a Wednesday, normally about sort of 10ish. That's what time I think it comes on. And it's quite interesting. He had nearly 600 people in the chat this week. So if you haven't caught Ed yet, it's Ed Sweeney. Go and have a look at him. It's very interesting. And you can join in the discussion on Ed's live stream. Okay. Right, so on to the main event, the story. This is quite a good story. I've changed it slightly. There were a few words in there that weren't suitable for YouTube, but other than that, the story's exactly as Mark's sent it in, other than name changes as always. So here we go. So my name is Mark from America. I have been living in different countries in Asia since 2001. Over the years, I have met many girls of all kinds, but the ones I keep coming back to, and I love more than any other girls, are the bar girls. You might think, how crazy am I? Why these girls? Asian bar girls are generally tough girls. They are on their own to build their future. They might lack a formal education, but I can tell you that they can read the body language of any guy within a minute, including liars and scammers. The main features of these girls are they are good at learning by experience. A youngish girl will absorb knowledge very fast, they learn very fast and become good at acting, generating emotions on command, using the power of seduction to influence and separate business from real life. They also learn how to be ruthless and how to protect themselves from the Romeos and the seducers trying to get something for free. These kind of guys are no different from the cheap Charlies, in my opinion. At the end of the day, the main lesson for them to learn is to keep their eye on the money. I have a good job as a producer in entertainment. Money is not a problem. Never been married, but lived with many girls. Coming to Asia in early 2000, I fell in love with bar girls 2 or 3 times and lived the stories of some of your writers that you bring to life on your channel. So that's the other stories that I read out, obviously. Being in entertainment, I have a style that is casual and modern, in line with the latest trends, very clean, and I have a baby face, so not very scary for Asian girls. Stories are typical: meet in a bar, date and get her out of the bar, live with her, money, 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 up to the final chapter with a different twist. After my third girlfriend from Vietnam finishing the same way as the first 2, I decided to date regular girls, even if they were less attractive than the bar girls. In brackets, my 3 bar girls were honestly stunners. After these 3 adventures, I dated many regular girls, very nice, very good, and they probably would have made good wives. However, honest and sensitive, money is not an obsession, as these girls had regular jobs, perfect, but I was getting bored after a while. Clingy, needy, jealous, and turning into control freaks. Finally, I was missing my 3 bar girls from before. Their craziness, their funny ways of dressing, they are amazing, and the relationships were crazy. I love these types of girls. I decided to go back to bar girls with a new approach. For my first new approach to work, there had to be some principles that I needed to accept. First off, acceptance. If you want to date a hot girl full of life, a bit crazy, that will rock your world, you need to accept the fact that you'll have to cough up money. 2. The girl will be lying, acting and manipulating you to extract the maximum resources from you, as she expects that you won't stick around very long. 3. Your cutie won't trust anything you say, even though you mean it from the bottom of your heart, because they know men have a very short retention and will forget them when you become bored with them. 4. You can't buy love. You can be in love with her very fast, but for her it will take months, if not years, to get over point 3. Number 5. Your girl will be seeing other guys every day until she decides that she's had enough. That means you supporting her, and if you accept points 1 to 5, then you can think about engaging in a relationship with these types of girls using my approach. If you have a problem with any of the points above, then don't bother. Figure out your girlfriend budget. Yes, you almost need a business plan. Expect to spend money, so better budget it and understand the source of the fund for that budget. Isolate this budget from your daily life budget. How much do you need? It depends on how popular the girl is. Some of the really popular girls in Pattaya or Bangkok have a bad attitude at first. Why? Because they're getting asked for money from their families constantly. You can see that they don't care about what you say. The only thing she cares about is, can I get more money? Don't give up too fast on these girls. In some cases, it's a defense mechanism to keep the Romeos away and prevent the guys from approaching them for other reasons than a quick transaction, if you know what I mean. If they open up too much, they get stalkers, guys bombarding their social media apps, showing up everywhere they go, so they give no hope right from the start. Be careful of the over-friendly approach. If you are going to try to date a girl with this approach from a bar, you will see very quickly if she sees you as an easy transaction or if she has to make an effort. It doesn't matter at this time. Attitude is not important as she is in defense mode. I went to one of the good bars on Walking Street in Pattaya. Lots of nice girls. Pla is one of these girls. Beautiful face and nice body. No smile. Declined many guys. One guy beside me told me that she was stuck up and I should stay away from her. I was looking at her and she looked at me as if to say, what do you want? I offered her a drink. She said, okay. No smile. She sat down at my table like a bag of potatoes. Not looking at me, looking at the bar. Answering questions from me, but not asking anything like I wasn't there. A real girl with a very bad attitude, but the body was what I wanted. In brackets, yes, I admit I only like very beautiful girls. So I pick her up. Bar fine is ridiculously expensive, but that's okay. I pay it, you get what you pay for, don't you? I take her back to my hotel. It turned out to be the worst experience of my life. Rubbish night, total waste of time. She was not cooperating at all. So she left with her short goodbye. 2 days later, I showed up at the same bar and she is there. She was ignoring me, probably thinking this guy will not take me tonight as I was really bad with him before. Following is the dialogue on how I handle the acting, and I got up and I sat beside her. So this is from him now. Me. How about we go have a drink somewhere else? I'll take care of the bar fine. Pla, are you paying for me? Me. Of course not. You are really terrible at this job. I've never been with someone so lazy. Let's go have a drink and you can come back after and be nasty to another customer. Pla laughed out loud. In brackets, first time I saw her laugh. Judging on the look of other people in the bar, that came as a surprise to them too. Pla changed into her normal clothes and we left her bar. I suggested another bar on Walking Street, which was close, but she replied, no, let's go away from here. Too many guys will come and bother us. So we end up in a small place in one of the smaller streets. I was seeing a different body language from the night before. We chat for a while, then she asked, do you think I'm nasty with guys? I told her, yes, you don't put in any effort, you're not even polite. She turns around and says to me, I'm a good girl, you know. It is not because I work in a bar that I am moody with guys. I said, I know. Why do you think I'm here with you tonight? It's an act. Why do you do it? Is it because too many guys hassle you? I could see at this point her defense is coming down. No more acting necessary. I understand what she was doing. She started to tell me all the problems she was having with foreigners, and she had many. I won't describe everything she had to endure. Some were probably lies, but overall most were truthful stories. I was guessing they were truthful stories. At one point in her awakening moment, she mentioned she was collecting money left, right and centre from foreigners from Australia, US, Germany, the UK. Some guys were discovering that she was dating other guys and were getting very angry with her as they thought they were sending money to take care of her just for them. Some guys even tried reporting her to the police. I don't know what he was expecting. The police do maybe for the police to lock her up. That night we end up at iBar, dancing and drinking. It was the beginning of our relationship. I think you really need to know the rules of the game. Knowing that she will be lying, cheating and manipulating your mind as well, put some rules on the table regarding money and behaviour. Here is what I did. I told Pla, there is no need for you to tell me your whole pack of lies to get money from me. I have money ready to invest in a limited amount of money in a relationship, but only if there is a good vibe on both sides. Pla said, what do you mean? I don't understand. I said, if you are with me today just because you expect money from me, that's not a genuine reason to be with me, is it? Same for me. I am with you and talk to you about a relationship to get a better favour, that's not genuine either, is it? Pla said, what do you want from me? You could understand her confusion. I said, when you are with me, it's because you want to be with me, right? I understand your job and I won't ask about it. However, you understand that I might date other girls. I won't bother you with texts and phone calls, and I'm expecting the same from you. I will give you an envelope, but don't even mention it or ask for more. If you have a regular girlfriend, don't give her money directly, give her a sealed envelope and watch if she opens it immediately or she just puts it in her bag to open later. When she starts trusting you, she will not open the envelope. It took a year for Pla before she stopped opening my envelopes on the spot. In the second year, I went to Pla's apartment and saw the envelope I gave her the week before on her desk still not open. I tell Pla I will treat you like a regular girl and I won't pick up girls at your bar. For a year I was under review, scrutinised and checked. I was tested many times on the money side and on the behaviour side. Stick to your rules. If she is not available for you, you are not available for her. If she takes 4 hours to respond to your text, you take 4 hours to respond to hers. When she is with you, if she wants to go off, let her go off and don't text her until she texts you. When she asks why you never get mad, tell her you are busy and don't have time to deal with her childish behaviour. When I did not hear from Pla, I did not text her first. I went to an iBar and had a beer. Usually within 30 minutes I get a text, where are you? What are you doing? Today Pla is a really good girlfriend. I take my holidays with her, Vietnam, Dubai, Russia, Hong Kong and other countries, and at 27 she is still a stunner. Everywhere we go she turns heads. She comes with me to big events and she is very comfortable to socialise with anybody. She is no longer working in the bar. She works for an agency in Bangkok with very rich clientele. I have not asked her to quit working. She will when she thinks the time is right and she has made enough money so that she doesn't have to rely on others anymore. At the beginning of the year, she asked me what she could do for work. I don't have a formal education and I don't know how to do anything special. The idea of going to school and not making any money is a scary thing for her. She asked me many times to come and live with her and I said no while she is working. It will be awkward for her and me when she gets a call from the agency. She did not realise a very important client is in town and she has to go out. So in conclusion, yes, I am in a relationship with a bar girl. I realise that many of your viewers will leave comments saying I'm an idiot, etc. But when you date a bar girl, you have the same relationship. You can sugarcoat it any way you want to, but that's a reality. A relationship with her is chaotic, crazy at times, and I'm not sure how it will evolve in the future. My friend who has just gone through a divorce was telling me that he wants to meet a girl like Pla. I told him about the principles and what he needs to accept, and if he tried to imagine a relationship with a bar girl to be anything other than what I had explained to him, he had better put the idea out of his head. Please change the names before reading, Peter. Okay, so a lot of advice there. If you're planning to go to Thailand and you're planning to get involved in these kind of relationships, maybe you can take heed of some of the things that Mark has mentioned in this story today. Okay, so to end with today, I just want to mention I made that video last week, Has Thailand Lost Its Charm? And it was based on a message I'd got from a guy, and if you watch that video, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But I got to date, it's had nearly 20,000 viewings and I've had something like close to 500 comments. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to make a kind of a follow-up video next week if I can on that one. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to discuss some of the comments that were left on that video, because some of them were very, very relevant, things I hadn't thought of. We were kind of talking about, you know, is it worth kind of, you know, giving up on Thailand now and going somewhere else cheaper, or that sort of thing. And some very, very good points came out of the comments, and I'm going to be discussing some of them points. Obviously not all 500 of them, but I will be discussing some of them, and hopefully it'll engage you in conversation on that particular subject again. Okay guys, so until that one, thanks for watching once again today, and I'll catch up with you real soon.